So here is the pressure wash trailer setup video. And it is just that cool. So here's what we got. It's the Harbor Freight 4x8 trailer. I put one, what is that, 1x6 I think they call it, or maybe it's that 5/4 decking. Yeah, I think this is 5/4 decking wood, or maybe it's 6-inch, 5/4. Hey buddy, I think it's 5/4 by 6 wide. So yeah, it's like 1 1/8 by 6 inches wide, and then I bolted it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 5 places. You don't get a floor when you buy these Harbor Freight trailers. So there's the floor, and it used to be a really bright red, but made in China, and so is the paint. And painted in China, and it fades real fast, but who cares? Cheap ass freaking little trailer, put the wood on it, done deal. Bought this for a different purpose way back, and now it's become the pressure wash trailer. Truck box, you guys might remember that truck box from my Ranger. It ended up on here. I took it out of my Ranger a while back, so it ended up bolted down here, and so it just holds, it holds my wand, you know, my regular pressure washer wand. It holds my edger, and this is a pressure wash edger, and I'll show you guys how that works. It's called the Surface Edger. Look it up, www.surfaceedger.com. I recommend it. I keep a spare hose in here with the filter, and I use this for my siphon. I use this spare hose in conjunction with a bucket of water, a clean bucket of water. So when I'm done injecting the bleach and soap mix, I then unplug it from the injector, and I use that other hose there with the clean bucket of water and siphon as I'm rinsing the house, and I siphon clean water to clean the injector ball. So just some various little tools in here that you need. Spare tips. So I got a water broom, my surface cleaner goes in here, spare garden hose, extra 50 feet, just in case 100 feet's not enough to get a spigot. So I keep an extra 50 feet in here. I mean, that's really it. Got some iron out there for rust spots on people's vinyl and stuff like that. Iron out works pretty good. You mix it like a 1/4 cup per 32 ounces of water, I think it is. I got it written down actually. You can buy this at Lowe's and Home Depot. Yeah, 1/4 to a 1/2 cup with 32 ounce water. So you put that on, let it sit for about 10 minutes, come back with a brush and brush it off, and just a soft bristle brush, not like a paintbrush soft bristle, but a little bit more coarse. Brush it off, and you're done. 3,600 psi pressure washer with a 4 gallon per minute pump, which is really basically the bare minimum of what you want if you're trying to do professional service, because that 4 gallons per minute is really what moves the dirt, moves the water, so you can get, you know, the peaks of like 2-story houses like that. You can get the very top peaks from the ground with just a standard wand. You don't need no extensions. You don't need to stand on ladders. You can shoot it all the way up there because you got 4 gallons per minute being pushed through, still pushing, still sucking in your bleach. So there's my chemical tank. That's a Harbor Freight $99 15-gallon spot sprayer. It uses a little pump with a 12-volt battery. I trashed that pump messing around with bleach and screwing around, and I trashed the pump, but it didn't really matter. Those are one of those things you could buy at probably Menards up north. You could probably buy that, I mean, at Tractor Supply, all types of places. Harbor Freight, 99 bucks I think it was, and you get your 20% off coupon. So, you know, for 80 bucks you can get that chemical tank with the sprayer, but you could find those online. You know, just like a 15 or 20 gallon tank, plastic tank. Drill your own little siphon hole in it if you need, and you know, boom, there you go, you got a chemical tank right there. And I just keep that thing with bleach. I'll buy anywhere from the 10% to the 12.5%, depending on how many jobs I have lined up when I need bleach. So like right now, I wouldn't buy the $150 55-gallon drum of 12.5 because it might go bad. Bleach loses its potency over time. So 55 gallons. I'm not going to use 55 gallons in the next month. So there's just no reason for me to invest $150 right now. But I'll buy a 15-gallon tank for $50. That's the 10%, and that works just fine. Just gotta let it sit on for a little bit longer, but that's okay. But if I had like 8 houses set up this week, I would go buy the $150 600-pound 55-gallon drum, and I just don't want to mess with 600 pounds. I don't want to mess with that much bleach and not use it all. Just at least not yet. I'll use it this month and next month, and probably into March it'll get used, but it loses its potency pretty quick. 12.5% will go down to 11% to 10.5%. From what the place here told me, in about 30 days you start losing its potency. So what's the point? Just no need. And then what I did is I put the CPVC. It was threaded here as a drain. I put the CPVC thread to slip and made a drain cock here so I can get some straight bleach out while I'm out on the road with no issues. 150 feet of pressure hose I just keep coiled up right there, and then 100 feet of heavy duty garden hose that I put on a reel, and eventually I'm going to put another reel here, and then I'm going to put a ladder rack so I can carry a ladder. And when I know I need a ladder, I just throw a ladder across here, and that's what this is for. So I'll just strap it down, but I very rarely ever need a ladder. I mean, I could do that house and all of its peaks from the ground with no issues. In the house I'm going to do today, I don't need a ladder. So I mean, you're looking at, I bought that with a brand new pump, but a used Honda motor. I bought it at the shop here, the local shop, Savannah Cleaning Systems. I paid $800 for that, I believe, with 100 feet of hose. I've taken it back to them once for service. I bought it last year, and I've taken it back once for service just to have them go through it, make sure that everything's good. It was like $200. They reserviced all the seals. They did everything. The motor, the pump, everything. They made sure everything was real good for me for this season. I'm going to take it back to them at the end of this season. Probably in April, I'll take it back to them, have them service it again, and then use it as I need it through the year. So I mean, you're talking 800. That made it 900. Extra 50 feet of hose here, the reel, the trailer, almost $2,000. Probably, yeah, I mean, and then you got the box. So about $2,000 with a used pressure washer, but 4 gallons per minute, guys. That's very, very important. About $2,000. So, I mean, you can get yourself going, and you use their spigots. Now, if you want to go with big tanks, holding lots of water and travel with your own water, then that's a whole different animal. You need a much bigger truck, much bigger brakes. You need a trailer that's much stronger, because you're talking about a lot of weight. You're talking about a lot of sloshing back and forth. So, that's not something to do half-assed. So be very, very careful if you're going that route. The most that I would ever carry is about 50 gallons of anything. Because, I mean, 55 gallons is 600 pounds. That's quite a bit. And, if you jack that brake real hard, and you're looking at some serious momentum, 20 miles an hour, 600 pounds, that's 20 times 600. That's a whole lot of force. I don't know if you guys realize that, but, if you're doing 40 miles an hour and you weigh 100 pounds, then that's 40 times 100. That's the force. That's why people, when they put their arms up to stop themselves in an accident, they end up breaking their arms, shattering them. Because you're trying to stop, 150 pounds times 40 miles an hour. You're just not strong enough to do that. It's not going to happen. So, anyways, there you go. I got to replace that lens there, but whatever. That's the setup. So, anyways, leave a comment below. This is just a basic, simple setup. Makes quick money. I'm in and out super fast, and this trailer is so light. I hook it up to my Gravely. I got a little ball. I just hook it up to my Gravely, and bring it into the backyard, and I store it covered in the backyard. And now that I have a fence, it's fenced in. But I mean, I could just pick it up off my ball, and I can just walk this trailer around. But I choose not to go all the way to the backyard with it. It gets a little heavy. I just hook it up onto my Gravely, and I just bring it on back there as needed and store it, and that's it. Keep it covered. So that's it. That's the pressure washer setup. Leave a comment or any questions below.